Usually I have just one lady. Today I have got two ladies, the most wonderful two ladies that I've come across in a long time. And the one with Galleria 151 is Lizzie, and the blonde Swedish bombshell is Caroline. And they are both from Galleria 151, which is a wonderful art gallery, framing, you name it, and fun place. And I want to welcome you to a cup of coffee. And I've got so many questions for you. Lizzie, I'm going to ask you first, how did you come and when did you come to Spain?
Hi, Sandy. Pleased to join you this afternoon. Yeah, my journey to Spain happened in 1991 permanently. I had been out here previously from the age of, as a teenager. I really loved the place and kind of fell in love with it and said to myself, one day I'm going to move out here. And so the dream came true as far as that went.
Good. And I can hear a phone going and we can just switch it off. We have just lost Lizzie because she's just gone. So, Caroline, tell me, when did you come here and why?
Well, I came to Spain about 14 years ago. And the reason why was because I met my husband back then, and he was already living on the coast. And so it was quite easy enough to say to join him and come and live in a warmer area.
It was a very good choice, both for husband and for weather.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too, totally, yes.
And while we haven't got Lizzie with us, just give me a little bit of your background.
Yes, I've been, prior to joining Lissy here at the gallery, I've been working for 22 years in the hotel industry.
Right.
Due to them, in different backgrounds, all from, head of receptionist, head of housekeeping, waitressing. I've basically touched all the departments. And then COVID hit, and that changed a lot for many. And that gave me the opportunity to sort of rethink a little bit what to do. And had already met, obviously, Lissy.
How did you meet Lizzie now that she's back with us?
Well, this one was one of many clients that used to pop into the shop, but Caroline was quite different because she had this wonderful item that she wanted framing, and it was a shadow which she's done made by.
Oh my goodness me, that was magnificent. I've seen it in the gallery, but I didn't know it was part of you. It was your handiwork. My word, good heavens. So she came in, she met you, and was it love at first sight that the two of you could work together?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. No turning back. No, Caroline showed a real genuine interest and love of the shop. I mean, really, then it was just mainly framing.
Mm-hmm.
But she showed a genuine interest, and when anyone shows genuine interest, you kind of know something could come out of it. Yeah. And such a nice personality and speaking.
You're both fun ladies. I mean, when I come into your gallery, there's always laughter, there's always people there, there's always laughter, but you're not a normal sort of gallery because you have exhibitions. You do charity exhibitions, which I have been to. You do fun things at your exhibitions, like the bra ball game, which I thought was just a hoot. And Caroline, you're going to tell me in a minute about that. But Lizzie, I'm not normally somebody that knocks things over. And every time I come into your shop, I knock things over and break and whatever. So I now walk very carefully with arms together. And you invited me right at the back to see some of the framing that had just come in. Please, can you tell me about it? Because I had never seen framing like that before.
Yes, this was a client that, well, she was, I knew her, but she was a new client to the shop. She was selling her house, and she had these beautiful shells mounted on glass in beautiful sort of flower arrangements, weren't they?
Stunning.
And she wasn't going to leave them there, so she asked us if we could take them off the walls, bring them to the shop, and pack them up, and which is still to be done, and then send them off around the world. So this is a task in itself, because they are what, 60, 70, 80 centimeters square. So, and they're going as far as Ecuador. So this is a packaging challenge for us.
I've never seen anything like that. Have you framed anything else that really is of interest that you had never done before?
Oh yes, yes, I've framed many things. Off the top of my head, horseshoes that were going back to Sweden. The owner of the horses, she was moving back home to Sweden and taking her horses. And I don't know whether it was the first shoes, but she wanted those framed. And I framed a cap and gown from an American university that, you know, was somebody's son who went there. That was quite a challenge because it was so big. Massive canvases, 3 meters square. You have to think here.
Nothing too big and nothing too small for you.
Sorry?
I say nothing is too big and nothing is too small for you. You manage.
If it can, A, it comes in the door, that's not usually a problem. But B, when it's framed, will it get out the door? Often than not, will it fit in the person's car? So we do a delivery service as well.
You do? My word. Now, what made you decide? Because in years gone by, I used to go to a lot of opening of art galleries, and they were very formal and very pompous, and everybody was well dressed, and there was lots of champagne flowing around, and it was very different to you. You are, it's people. It's the people who are really interested. It's the fun people. It's not fake. It's down to earth. People laugh, people joke, people buy, because it's for charity. Now, I've been to a couple of charity functions that you've had of artists, and you seem to specialize in local artists, which I think is wonderful. So give me an idea of the various charities that you have in the last couple of months helped with art.
Over to you, Caroline.
Well, I know that you've just done a Moroccan art exhibition.
Yes, currently we have a exhibition exactly called Moroccan Blue, which is a solo by Sharon Lappé. And we're about a week into this exhibition. We held the breast cancer charity events that you came to, and where you were very successful in your bronze game.
I think
Hats off to you. Yes, you did finish.
Not well enough. I didn't get a prize, and I didn't even get a prize for the raffle, and I don't know how many millions of numbers I had. But it was so much fun, and this is the difference with you. You put your work in. You do the one side of the framing, because that's what you studied in the UK, and that is your profession. Your side was hospitality and putting things together. So this marriage, as it were, between two business women is just incredible, because it actually works. And the fun ideas, and it's not pompous and glamorous, it's down to earth. And yes, you do serve whatever people would like to drink, but it's not in champagne glasses. It's in ordinary glasses or plastic or whatever, but it is normal and it is happy. And you've done something of late also for a Spanish charity for disabled people. You had two wonderful gentlemen, and they were teaching, please tell me who they were, and they were teaching the disabled people in Marbella, and you had a fish exhibition.
Yes. Yes, well, Jose Miguel and Alfonso are two retired psychologists, yes, one of them, and they give free classes every week to the Mental Health Association called AFESOL. They are based in the Costa del Sol, and the town hall of Estepona has just given them a nursery home now for their use, for the use of the association. And this is the reason why we made this special exhibition for them, so that people in the area were able to get to know the association, and knowing that it's now also available here in Estepona. It's not only for the members, so the patients, it's also available for families, so parents or sisters who look after people that have mental health problems. And Jose Miguel and Alfonso are there in the center every week and doing all these projects, exactly, including the fish that we had.
Yes.
And wonderful.
And I love my fish, and I've got my fish in the kitchen, and the one fish looks at the other fish, and I just love them, and it puts a smile on my face when I go in, either to cook or to make a cup of tea. But it also warms the cockles of my heart, because I know how it was made, who made it, and how they are teaching. And you seem to discover wonderful people. And I'm very proud to say that you have been kind enough to pass on some of your artists so that I can interview them and find out about them. And I'm waiting for one special one, and her name is Jilly. And Jilly specializes in
resin.
What? Please tell me.
Julie she specializes in resin art, right. And it's high-end resin, it's epoxy resin, which is superior resin to other resin materials that you can find. It's got UV protection, etc., in it already. And Julie also uses a lot of crystals, natural stones of all sorts, because she believes in the healing processes of stones and crystals that she applies into her artwork. And she would do something like putting the crystals out in the sun to charge them with good energy before applying them actually onto her artwork. And she works very precise. So the energies that come off her artwork are very special.
Very positive.
Very positive.
Well, I am waiting for this positive lady, because we've had many chats, and she says, yes, I'm sending you a list of things that I've been doing, and I still haven't had it. So I'm just going to keep pressing, because I want her to have a cup of coffee with me. Now, I'm going to go back to something quite serious, and that is, we had the terrible thing of COVID. And obviously, as a businesswoman, Lizzie, what happened to your business in that period?
Well, like everyone else, I closed. I was actually on holiday when it all went off, so I came back early, and obviously had to stay at home. And then that was for, I think, 6 weeks. And then when I could open, I didn't actually open to the public. I was working behind closed doors, and anyone within the area who could come out could come and visit me by appointment only. I didn't really expect many people to come in, really, but I had a backlog of work to do, so it was kind of useful time for me to catch up. Anyway, one by one, I was getting phone calls, people saying, can I come in, this, that, and the other. And it continued like that. And as the restrictions obviously more and more people were coming in, at which point I realised, and talking to other people that were kind of, well, a florist, for example, said, I've never been so busy during COVID. I said, well, it's been really busy for me. So evidently anyone that had anything to do with home interior design or home decoration and could operate, did very well because everyone was looking at the same walls, looking at the same artwork, going through drawers. So it's just even though it all seems to have gone away now, the shop's just stayed. It's just still as busy, if not, well, it's busier than ever.
And Caroline, what did you do during COVID? How did you cope with it?
Well, obviously, from being very busy in the hotel industry, it was from a very busy season just to nothing, obviously, which was a bit difficult at the beginning. And however, during the lockdown period, I was working with Gilly Law on projects together. I did my daughter, and Gilly finished off the work with her fabulous resin touches. And we had actually to send the artwork to each other by a company because we're not allowed to cross borders. So we had somebody coming and picking it up and sending it across. So we kept really busy like that. And then obviously time came to have all this artwork also framed. That was done during lockdown. So I saw Lizzie then, and she mentioned that it was getting a bit more. I think a bit more. Then we sort of had a bit more work than usual. Yes. And that's where we then came up with, like, I could actually give her a hand with everything that's hand decorating, anything that's art related in the shop. And I proposed then also to start the gallery at that time because I was out of work anyway. And Lissy obviously was very busy at that time. So we started to see if we could do something out of it. And now we are a year and a half, a bit more in now.
Yeah, it feels
like it's been much longer than that.
It was great because the gallery area was really, the stuff didn't get changed in there because I didn't have the time to do it. And I thought when we, chatted, I said, well, how about, how would you feel about coming in here as the gallerista and running the gallery? Yeah. And she said,
what a good idea. And the marriage of these two girls are made in heaven, and the angel came down, and look what you have achieved in the year or just over the year, and am achieving now. What have you got for the future? What plans have you got? Give me a little taster.
Oh, I don't know whether we can.
Well, currently we are enjoying the exhibition of Moroccan Blue by Sharon Lappe, but Lissy will become quite busy in the next weeks by setting up the Christmas nativity scene. Big project, actually.
It's a lot bigger than last year. You didn't see last year's, did you?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't one of your friends then. Now I don't class myself as a client. I class myself as one of your friends.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, we consider the same view.
Yes. So on the 9th of December, evening time, we shall have the revealing of Lizzie's Christmas nativity scene because it's got lights in there and everything is going on. It's wonderful.
It's all singing, all dancing.
Am I allowed to sing and dance?
If you wish to sing and dance when it's opened, you're welcome to do so, Sandy.
Well, I am the famous party girl, so I don't know about the singing, but the dancing, just give me a little bit of music and I am there.
It will be with a glass of glühwein.
Yeah.
Christmas songs, yeah.
Okay. I won't have my car with me, so I'll be able to drink whatever you've got and just party with you.
Cool.
And then you close for the Christmas New Year period?
We close the first 2 weeks in January, but we are obviously the main holiday days we will be closed, but we will run through normal until the 31st, and the 2 weeks closed in January.
What other services do you provide at Galeria 151, which is in Estepona, West Estepona? That's the only way I can explain it. There is a little section of shops, and you can see your shop, Galleria 151. It sticks out. So I don't know what that area is called. Forgive me, I don't know, because I'm a new girl on the block around Estepona.
Well, it's called Arena Beach. It's got various names, but I guess the main name is Arena Beach, Fase dos, Phase 2 and 3.
Oh, okay, because I thought that Arena Beach was just on the beach side.
That's why it's got another name, but it's
okay.
We'll Arena Beach. What's painted on the wall?
Right. Okay, but what other services do you provide?
Well, obviously bespoke framing. Thing. Mirrors.
Mirrors as well.
Mirrors. We make mirrors cut to size. We do hanging delivery and hanging service or collection delivery. What else do we do?
Come in closer. I'm losing you, Caroline. Come in just a bit closer. Just a bit closer. That's where I don't want to lose you. Oh, okay. So you do a full service that some people don't even know about. I didn't know about it. I just thought that it was framing and that was it, your side. And of course, Caroline, now I know, does the front of house, all that she does there, which is pretty spectacular because it makes so much fun. And I don't know how you feel about coming to work each day, but you seem to laugh a lot.
It's well, I've been doing this for 22 years now, and I never go into work and think, it's always, it might be a bit early, which I might complain about, but on the whole, I drive to work, and when I get in the shop and turn around and I've got a view of the sea and lovely pictures to look at, how can I complain?
Yeah. What do you, separately, I'm going to ask, what do you do for fun when you shop when you close the shop and business is gone? What do you do?
Go on holiday. I used to, my hobby was racing motorbikes.
Really?
Yes.
My word, good heavens, that's another side of you that I don't know anything about.
But I retired in 2018. But that took us all over Spain. That was a lot of fun.
And that was you and your husband?
No, just me and my best friend and neighbour. We'd go off together. I'd race, and Angela would kind of be my manager, look after me. That was very important.
I would never have thought anything like that of you at all. That is amazing. So no wonder you love to travel, because you traveled that way, but now you travel normally by car with your husband? Still with your friend?
He likes to stay at home and keep the garden all nice and
Okay.
See, I've got him very well trained.
Oh, very good. I'm pleased to hear that. And Caroline, what about you? What are your hobbies after the doors shut?
Well, I love yoga. I do yoga a lot.
Right.
And so sometimes it's what I do at home, or I go to classes away. But otherwise, it's just enjoying the coast, with boardwalks.
Do you explore inland and things like that?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Well, I have found out.
Yes, there's not been that much.
It's not been so much free time.
But you know what? You're enjoying the weather. It's very different to up north where you come from. You're enjoying living here. You're enjoying working. So every day really is just with a smile on your face. When I wake up in the morning, I'm just so happy that I'm still alive.
Yeah, we all are.
Absolutely. I want to also thank you both for something. you introduced me. I walked into your shop one day, and as I walked in, Caroline said to me, there's a man over there that you have got to meet. And I looked and I saw the man and I said, yes, I would like to meet him, and didn't know anything about him. And I just want to say thank you for introducing me to this wonderful, wonderful man of Fernando Quiro. And he has sent me this incredible mug of his tuna fishes. And he is now, I can't hear you.
The big pitch, I see.
Yes, yes, absolutely wonderful. It's from his new collection, but he's also going to be painting for me a sweatshirt. And I said, I want a sweatshirt with television screens and tunas alongside, in between, or whatever. So he said, well, when I finish the drawing, I will send for your approval. He seems to have got the idea of me that I do need approval.
Absolutely.
So I just want to thank you for introducing me to such a lovely man, and all the other artists that I am putting together to make programs of artists along the coast, of the different kinds of art. There is so much talent on this Costa del Sol, and you seem to find them, or they seem to find you. And I am so happy that I found both of you. And don't forget about me for Christmas, because I'm going to leave my car at home and I am going to come by taxi to you, because this is going to be the party of parties. So yeah. I am about to say thank you for fun, for the things that you do on the coast, for the charities that you look after or promote. And I'm sure next year you will have at some stage other charities that you will put ahead, and maybe then we can see who they will be. And it's just, you are two souls that have been meant for each other. And there's definitely a guardian angel that is between the two of you. And I really say thank you. Thank you for being with me for a cup of coffee. Thank you for everything that you have done and are doing, both for yourselves and for the charities. And for my viewers, I just want to say, I hope you've enjoyed my guest today. I don't normally have two women, and it's been fun. It's been love. And I'm sure that if you need things framed, you know where to go. And if not, just you can see on the apron, Galeria 151, all you've got to do, is look that up on anywhere. Google will tell you where they are, and they will open their hearts and their doors to you as they do for everybody else. So until I meet you next time, thank you for watching. Take care, and bye-bye for now. And I'm now going to have a sip of my coffee from my tea mug. Bye-bye, ladies. Take care. Bye.